beautiful downtown Canton is the place. Mix 94.1 is the radio station. And while the temperatures are cold, the action out on the hardwood is getting hot. I am talking about your Canton McKinley Bulldogs in two really big things happening. Number one, the back-to-back state champions from 04, 05, 05, 06. They're going to be recognized on Saturday. And number two, the Bulldogs just pulled off a huge, and I mean huge win when it comes to arguably their biggest rival in the Stark County area, the Jackson Polar Bears. And at the center of both of those stories is our next guest, a member of those back-to-back state champion teams and the head coach of the Canton McKinley Bulldogs currently, Sean Weatherspoon, joining Mixed Mornings with Matt Fantone. Coach, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good, man. And listen, both of those basketball stories, huge, exciting. I can't wait to talk to you. But I got to let the listeners know, not only does Coach Weatherspoon have all of this stuff going on, your wife just had twins. Oh, my gosh. First and foremost, congratulations. Second of all, give us an update, Dad.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Definitely a blessing. Mom is healthy, two healthy baby boys. My baby boy Saint, my baby boy Shiloh. Added two to the two I already had, so now I got a total of four. So, like you said, very, very busy.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. And I just can only assume how exhausted you've been looking back at those new dad memories and those newborn memories. It's just so tiring. And you've got all this other stuff going on, too. So you personally, you're doing all right, Coach?
Doing well, I gotta be the leader, the head of the household, so I can't, show any weakness, even though I am tired. But gotta keep on going.
No, get a nap, man. Make some time for yourself. It's important. But obviously, with all the dad responsibilities, life doesn't stop. And you guys had a huge, and I mean huge game this past Saturday on the road, heading to Jackson, a team that's given you fits over the past couple of years. But the Bulldogs getting it done, 87-78. Speak a little bit about how the team did it.
Yeah, man. First off, man, I want to shout out my staff, man. I was out all week, of course, with my wife and being in the hospital, having our twins. So my staff did an excellent job preparing, our team for that battle. You know how Jackson is. Very well coached team, very well ran program by Coach DeBevick over there. So, we knew going in it was going to be a battle. But, my guys were very focused, very hungry, locked in to the game plan. We played very well.
Yeah, no doubt you guys did. I mean, 5 starters, all in double digits. And the number that really stood out to me from the box score, you guys shot over 64%. As a high school team, that's really, really efficient basketball and speaks to that team effort. So as you guys, accomplished this huge win on Saturday, and it had to feel like a huge accomplishment, there's still a lot of basketball left. So where does growth happen, and how do you guys continue this momentum?
Yeah, man, the ultimate sign of growth is see how we respond today in practice and how we respond tomorrow in another big third league game versus North Carolina Hoover at the Fieldhouse. So, we'll see. Like I said, we enjoyed that win for about 24 hours, but now it's time to lock it back in, man. Our schedule does not get any easier at all, so, we got a long way to go.
No, and if anybody knows about the long journey it is in a season, certainly it's the head coach of the Canton McKinley Bulldogs, Sean Weatherspoon. Sean, let's transition over into the upcoming event happening this Saturday night at the Nash Family Event Center. Now, tickets are still available for this. If you're a Canton McKinley basketball fan, this is an event that you want to be at. The celebration dinner of the back-to-back state champions from 04, 05, and 05 and 06. Now, Sean, you were a big part of those teams. Speak a little bit about what it means to be 20 years out and, getting the gang back together to talk about this.
Yeah, man, it's definitely a blessing. Definitely was great times back then. Those guys I still hold close relationships with. Talk to these guys on, weekly basis. Very excited to get the game back in town, for the weekend. They're going to be honored at the game on Friday. Actually, the event is next week, the 24th.
I'm sorry. Yep.
24th, 25th. So the guys will be honored at the Glen Oak game on Friday, and then we'll have the dinner at the Nash Center on Saturday. Like I said, man, but very, very, very happy to have the guys back next weekend, and it should be a good time.
Yeah, tickets still available, and you've got to get those soon, though. So like I said, find Canton McKinley boys basketball on Facebook. I found it through the Canton City Schools District Facebook. Find them. That ticket's, still available, but now's the time to get them. And, Sean, as you look back on those state championship teams, and man, oh man, not just to do it once, but to do it twice, what a special, special thing. But you were a high schooler, and I don't know, there's just a part of me that's no matter how special it was, you probably didn't have perspective. So being able to look at it kind of with different eyes and kind of being able to see what it was, did you guys realize in the moment that this was so special?
Man, just looking back on it, definitely didn't. Me coaching now, understanding how hard it is to advance in the tournament. Back then, man, I thought it was normal. I just thought you play regular season games and you play good in the tournament and you go a long way. But no, man, it's definitely a tough task to do. You definitely have to have a special group, a special coaching staff, a community backing. And like I said, man, we definitely were best. But we also put it in work. We definitely worked hard. We definitely put the hours in. We were dedicated. We made sacrifices and things of that nature, man. That's what ultimately got us those titles. And
we're talking about the back-to-back state championship celebration dinner that's going to be happening next Saturday at the Nash Family Event Center. Like I said, tickets still available. Make sure you get those. And you bring up community support, and I think this is a good place that I kind of want to, end this interview on. Sean, talk about community support, not only the idea of what you guys were seeing back there in those back-to-back state championship runs, but how important it is to make sure the community gets out and celebrates this current Bulldog team.
Yeah, man, it's definitely starting to get back there. The field house is filling up, on a nightly basis when we got home games. The community definitely came out this past Saturday and supported us in a great way over at Jackson. It was a great environment for our players to play in. Like I always say, man, it definitely takes a village. It's not just me or my staff, but it's definitely people in the community, the pillars in the community and things of that nature, man. So, continue to support these young men. They're working their tails off. They're trying to represent our community in a positive way. And, as long as we know we feel that backing, these kids are going to bust their butts on a daily basis.
The head coach of the Canton McKinley Bulldogs, an essential member of the back-to-back state champions from that team in 04, 05, 05, 06. That is Sean Weatherspoon, and the new dad of two healthy baby boys. Absolutely love it. Coach, thank you so much for joining us on Mix 94.1.
Thank you for having me, man. Go Dogs.
Mix 94.1 News from News Talk 1480 WHBC.
24 dead as fire crews try to corral the L.A. blazes before the winds returned this week. The Los Angeles County Coroner's Office says 8 of the deaths were attributed to the Palisades fire, 16 from the Eaton fire. At least 16 people are missing. They say that number is expected to rise. A man and a woman from the Cleveland area are being held in the Stark County Jail on $100,000 bond, charged with aggravated robbery after they took clothing from the Buckle store in Belden Village Mall last week. The 52-year-old Miriam Lorenzi and 33-year-old Jose Cianes Ortiz were arraigned in Camp Municipal Court Friday. They were arrested when a suspect vehicle was stopped along Everhard Road. A Cleveland man has been identified as the person who died Friday in a Twinsburg Township workplace incident. 35-year-old Dalian Ambler was a contractor with a company called Clean Harbors that had been hired to do tests and clean rail tanker cars. Ambler fell unresponsive shortly after entering a tanker car and died of what authorities say was an oxygen-deficient atmosphere. And in sports, the Cleveland Cavaliers' win streak came to an end. They lost to Indiana yesterday. I'm Pam Cook.